Hey guys, what's up? It's John Griner, the Pajama Pants player, the best in the world, and it is a Thursday night. It is cold, it is raining, it is horrible outside, and what better to do than review one of my all-time top 10 favorite films. Not horror films, films. I'm going to get a little bit away from the horror scene right now. I think I'll get more into that towards December, or maybe even before that, because, you know, I'm going to be talking about some holiday slashers such as Silent Night, Deadly Night, Christmas Evil, Gremlins, the whole enchilada, if you will, or the, I guess, the whole fucking Christmas feast dinner or something. I don't even know. But today I'm here to review one of my top 10 favorite films of all time. I believe on my list, I did make a list a while ago, and that would be a great idea for a YouTube video, but I think each of the top 10 on my list would deserve an individual review. And it is, you cannot, in my opinion, have a top 10 movie list without this on it. This is a childhood favorite. This has always been a diehard favorite of my movie, like movie childhood-ish kind of thing, and it's Rob Reiner's Stand By Me. It is based on the novella, or whatever, by Stephen King, the short story by Stephen King. And I know it's kind of weird that a horror writer is, you know, wrote something like this, but I believe it was in a book called, like, The Four Seasons or something like that. Like, each of the four stories, like an anthology book, and each of the four stories had like a theme to it, or something like that. If I know I'm wrong, but like somebody will correct me. I know someone will. But it was called The Body. That was what the short story was called. And I think you kind of caught lightning in a bottle with this movie. I really do. And not to say Rob Reiner didn't go on to do other things. He went on to do things that people consider better than this. I mean, he wanted to do When Harry Met Sally. I think before this he did This Is Spinal Tap. Misery. Yeah, The Bucket List. I mean, Rob Reiner had a great career as a director, and I think he still makes good quality films. It's been a while since he's made one. I think the last one he made was like a coming-of-age movie, similar to this, but I don't think it had the same charm. I think I saw it. I can't remember the name, though. But Stand By Me. Why do I love it so much? The ensemble cast is unbelievable in it. You got Will Wheaton, River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, Jerry O'Connell, Kiefer Sutherland. 5, in my opinion, well, besides, I mean, maybe one of them, A-list actors. And to be honest, they all went on to do something, and they were all such good child actors. Like, you know, usually you get that one kid who stands out. Like, one kid's like, oh, you know. With my opinion is, like, with The Shining, the movie The Shining, and I know this has nothing to do with child actors or anything, but I think, you know, Shelley Duvall in that movie is just horrible. And then I think Jack Nicholson, and I get, okay, it works, the kid actor in it, Danny Lloyd, I think they do a great job together, but I think Shelley Duvall hurts that movie insignificantly. But you got 4 kids, and you just buy them being friends. They're friends, it's the 50s, everything is smooth driving, you know, lollipop, lollipop, and, you know, Jerry O'Connell's the fat kid, and he comes in, and he's like, you guys want to go see a dead body? And it's just, that part of the movie just gives you goosebumps. You're like, what? Really? Did he just say that? Like, and they're all like, yeah, you know, we'll do it. We'll say we're sleeping over his house, and you're sleeping over my house, and we'll throw all our money, we'll throw fives, if you will. That's what I say, at least. But they throw, like, I don't know, dollars or whatever. And they're like, we'll get all this food, we'll go on the road, and we'll talk about life and whatnot. And that's basically what happens. But Kiefer Sutherland's gang are all like chasing him at the same time. It's kind of weird. It's like Kiefer Sutherland and his gang find out about it a few days after, and they're going to drive there. And it's basically like, oh shit, who's going to get there first? But, and another thing, Will Wheaton is really your main character in the film, and his brother is played by John Cusack, and he was, in a lot of ways, the star of their family. And I remember the father of Will Wheaton in this movie was in Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, and he's like a great character actor, that guy. And that was the same year. I think this was 85 or 86. I think 85. 86, okay. But, so the year after, he did Stand By Me. But John Cusack was like the star quarterback on the team. He was like a ladies' man. He was just everything. Like everything you could want in a person, John Cusack is that, you know, and he kind of overshadowed his brother. But, you know, and his name in the film is Gordy. And Gordy is like, oh, well, I want to be noticed. I like to write and stuff. I'm not a big athlete or anything, but I'm a great writer. I love writing books and stuff, and that's my passion. And the parents can't really seem to see that, you know. They're really caught up in their all-star quarterback son. And, you know, this discourages Will Wheaton a little bit, but in the meantime, John Cusack is like a really nice brother. He's really nice to him. He cares about him. They have a few flashback scenes that are really, really like heartwarming and heart-touching, and it really does get beneath your skin, and it's really nice. It's a good feeling kind of thing. And, you know, he dies eventually, John Cusack's character. You don't see him die or anything, and like the parents can never get over it, and they're treating Will Wheaton like a dick. And he's like, yeah, my parents don't care about me or anything. And River Phoenix's character is kind of the bad boy-esque kind of thing, and he's been accused of stealing the milk money at school, and you know he's a bad kid per se, like adults would put the bad kid label on him, but at heart he's like a great kid and a great friend and a great person. It's just he does stupid things sometimes. Corey Feldman's character is the son of army guy who went crazy, and he takes Corey Feldman's ear. You don't see this in the film, but he like burns it to a stove or something, so his ear's all fucked up, and everybody like makes fun of his father, and he's in the loony bin and stuff. But Corey Feldman is just, he's always trying to defy the odds. He's always trying to be something better than he is, and that's like Corey Feldman's character. He's the kid who wants to do more and stuff. And then Jerry O'Connell's just the fat kid of the group. You know, he's kind of the bitch of the group, but and at the same time, it's very lovable, too. Like, they do love him. Like, you know, they give him a lot of shit and stuff, but they do love him. You could see, like, and you really do buy these for his friends. And I think that's why I love this movie so much. They're so real. Like, these four kids together had some of the greatest chemistry of actors I've ever seen in a movie. It's just, you really do buy all four of them being friends. They grew up as friends, and it's just, it's phenomenal. It really is. And they're walking, and Will Wheaton and River Phoenix keep having heart-to-hearts on the walk there to the train tracks to get to the dead body. And he just keeps telling, like, all this stuff, like, he's like, you know, he's like, oh, I'm no good for nothing. Will Wheaton keeps saying, I'm no good for nothing, my parents hate me, I will never be anybody. And River Phoenix is kind of telling him, like, he's like, that's your father speaking, you know, and it just really, it gets to you. It gets underneath your skin. And I mean, I know I said that already, but it really does. And it's really believable. And I really do enjoy this. And it's a classic. It really is. It's a classic flick. And it's about four friends going through the classic time in the summer together. It's just another one of their adventures. And I'm sure, you know, this is the last 3 days of the summer, that's where this takes place. I'm sure you could have made a prequel to Stand By Me, what happened earlier that summer. You know what I mean? It's just, like, I don't ever want that to happen or anything. I'm just saying, like, you can tell, like, these guys were friends, and they probably had other wacky adventures too. And basically, they finally get to the dead body through all sorts of crazy scenes, you know, dodging trains, like talking around the campfire. Like, my favorite scene in the whole movie is the campfire scene, and you know, they're going around, and he's like, my favorite line in the whole movie, you know, what if you could have one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? That's easy. Cherry Pez. Like, I don't know, just some of the lines that, like, what the fuck is Goofy? Well, that's weird, you know? Like, because that's a question to this day that I wonder, what the fuck is Goofy? Everyone's like, oh, Goofy's a dog. What the... And you know, River Phoenix says, he's not. He talks and drives a car. Pluto doesn't talk, and Pluto's the dog. What the fuck is Goofy? So, I don't know, to this day, what the fuck is Goofy? And if you say he's a dog, I don't agree with you. He talks and drives a car. He's right. But I don't know, it's just stupid shit like that. And it's stuff that you think about when you're 12, you know? You don't, and I think they say that in the movie. It's like, you know, this is the typical 12th grade, yeah, I mean, not 12th grade, 12-year-old conversations, like, what the fuck is Goofy? Cherry Pez is the best, kind of thing. And it's just so great, and it basically leads up, it's like, you know, building up, and they get to the dead body, and they run into Kiefer Sutherland, and I'll leave it there. This is a movie that I don't feel like everybody, at least in my grade, has seen, but it is a true American classic. It will stand the test of time. It is amazing, and I love it to pieces. I really do believe this is one of the best movies ever made. Stand By Me, childhood favorite to this day. I think it's like number 6 on my top 10 list, but I don't like the list shit, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know how long that was. If it's long, I'm sorry. If it's not, I was gonna do a cool intro by Benny King, you know, "Stand By Me," the song, but I'm just not in the mood right now. I just want to upload this shit, shower, shit, shave, do my S's, if you will. But and maybe I'll pop in "Stand By Me" for a watch. It's always a really fun movie to watch, and I'm never sick of it. It's just one of those movies you can watch it again and again and again. And to me, that's what makes it the classic that it is. But yeah, that's gonna be all for now. I'm John Grande, the best in the world. You've been chilling, guys. Peace.